So we know if we take a segment and we find the midpoint that we are cutting it in half. I'm just going to eyeball the midpoint. I actually think it's right there. But we don't want to cut it in half. But we know if we take a half and we cut that in half, we get a fourth. If you take a half and you cut it in half, you get a fourth. Now, I'm going to name these dots. 1, 2, 3. Which dot are we looking for? If we want to be 3/4 of the way from A to B, are we trying to find dot number 1, dot number 2, or dot number 3? Dot number 3. What would dot number 1 be? This would be 1/4 of the way from A to B. You might be asked that tomorrow. 1/4. This would be 1/2 of the way. And then this one, of course, is the one we're looking for. It's going to be 3/4 of the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the midpoint first, which is probably that point. And then we're going to use these 2 points and find the midpoint of those 2 points. All right, let's do it, team. Let's find the midpoint. Add your x's and divide by 2. 7 plus 1. Divided by 2. 4. So I'm going to put M for midpoint, comma. 4 plus -4. 0. 0 divided by 2. Awesome. We don't stop there. You know that's going to be one of the answer choices. Don't circle that one. That's the midpoint. Now, which 2 points are we going to use to find the 1 3/4 of the way? 4, 0, and good. We're going to use MB. We're going to find the midpoint of segment MB. Midpoint of the midpoint. All right, here we go. Add your x's and divide by 2. 4 plus 7. 4 plus 7. Learn this in elementary school. 11 divided by 2. Ask your calculator. 5.5. Add your y's and divide by 2. -4 plus 0. -4. Divided by 2. -2. So that is the final answer to our problem. What did we do? What did we do? What did we do first? We found the midpoint, and then we found another midpoint of the segment we created. Go ahead. Distance. The formula's up there. Find the distance between 5, 9, and -4, -10. Round to the nearest 10. So get your whiteboard. Remember, if it helps, you can circle your X's and underline your Y's. You stick your X's in one parenthesis. You stick your Y's in the other one. What does it say, Jonathan? The answer is 21.02, but it says to the nearest 10, so it's really 21.0, or just 21, okay, because the 2 does not bump the 0 up, okay? Next problem, finding midpoint. Use the midpoint formula, finding midpoint, the middle, the point that divides the segment into 2 congruent segments. Let's go. Add your x's and divide by 2. Add your y's and divide by 2. I made them really pretty. The second one is right. The first one you need to try again. Good. Good. Add your x's and divide by 2. So Alex, what's 3 plus 21? Good. 3 plus 21. Add your x's and divide by 2. You're finding in the middle. 24 divided by 2? 12. Okay. Then you add your y's and divide by 2. 8 plus 0 is 8. Divided by 2 is 4. The answer was 12, 4. Yes, you have to put parentheses around it. End point. Is there a formula for end point? It's just a method. What's that method called? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Leapfrog. Good, leapfrog. You need to do leapfrog. You're not looking for the middle, you're looking for the end. So we start by arranging it, and I see a lot of you arranged it. Good. A lot of you arranged it, and you put the midpoint in the middle, so that's important. Let's do our x's first. From -2 to 8, you're on a number line. How far is it from -2 to 0? 2. Now go to 8. 8 more. So you're going 2, and then you're going 8. So you're going 10. This is really plus 10. You can always take the numbers and subtract them. 8 minus -2. 8 minus -2 is 10. Okay? So if you don't know how much you're leaping, you can subtract. 8, now we're going to leap 10. We're going to land at 18. Let's do the y's. From 7 to -1. How far is it from 7 to 0? 7. Now go one more. 8. You just went backwards. You went -8. You never change the number. You always leap the same amount again. -1 plus -8. -9. -1 plus -8 is -9. And you can ask your calculator if you get intimidated by the negatives. 18, -9. Segment addition. So find x and find DE. This should be a quick problem. Part plus part equals whole means 27x plus 13 equals 94. You do it by hand, you do it in your calculator, you decide. Your test is multiple choice. So guys, you can also use test-taking strategies. What can you do with your answer choices? Take A and plug it in. Does it equal 94? Yes or no. If it doesn't, try B. You can use your answer choices. It's multiple choice in this class. Okay, so you subtract 13, you divide by 27, you get x is 3. And then you see that, oh, DE is 27 times x. I know what x is now. So 27 times 3, and it's a long segment. It is 81 units long. Midpoint problem for you. Which one? Oh, do you have 2 equal bucks? Okay. No? Midpoint, middle. Midpoint means you set the 2 sides equal to each other. If you subtract 6x from both sides, you get 5x minus 27 equals -2. You get a little scared. That's a lot of negatives. But don't worry. We're going to add 27 to both sides. So 5x equals 25. Phew! 25 is divisible by 5. So we're going to have a pretty answer. X is 5. Some of you did too much work when you plugged it back in. Do you have to plug it in here and here? You actually don't. You can take 5 and plug it in. 6 times 5 is 30. 30 minus 2 is 28. And then what can you do with the 28? You could just double it, or you could just add 28. So did you have to plug it in here and here? Not necessarily. You can just double it because you know it's the middle. It's a midpoint. So don't do more work when it's not required. Okay, we only have like 2 more left. For the win. Okay, good. Yes, Alex. 3x minus 4 plus 15 minus x equals 23. So that's where the equal goes. The part plus the part, and then the whole. Now, some of you start moving stuff around, and you're not supposed to yet. You need to clean it up before you move it. Clean it up before you move it. What's 3x minus x? 2x. 15 minus 4? 11. 2x plus 11 equals 23. Subtract 11 from both sides. 2x equals 23 minus 11. 12. Divide by 2, divide by 2. The final answer was 6. If you got stuck, if you got an ugly decimal, you could put this into y1 and y2 and check your answer. Okay? Alright, this is the last problem. This one's a weird one. I'm not asking you to solve anything. Just asking you to think about it. AB plus BC equals AC if A, B, and C are coplanar. Draw a picture that would prove that statement wrong. Draw a picture, draw a counter example. The sentence is out of order, just to let you know. This is the hypothesis. If A, B, and C are coplanar, and this is the conclusion. So you can make this part right and make this part wrong. Yeah. First one. John knows it. Who else knows it? Good. What is the key to this? Do not put A, B, and C. Do not put them on the same line. Don't make them collinear. They have to be coplanar. The hypothesis said so. They have to be in the same plane. But put the dots to where we want this to be false. If this is A, B, and C, tell me if this is true. AB, let's say it's 7, plus BC, let's say that's 9, equals AC. Does that plus that equal that? That's not how a triangle works. No. This one's probably, I wouldn't even guess how long it is, but it's probably not 16. Let's say it's 15 just for kicks. Okay? So I found a picture where they were coplanar, but AB plus BC did not equal AC. This only works if the points are in a row, if they're all on the same segment, if they're collinear. So you better believe you'll see that on your test.